Hello, this is Ramiro Mero Quinn, and this is the final part of my project, final video, me this time, for the social psychology class. In this one, I'm just going over sort of the things that we kind of maybe hadn't done so well. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so, the weather. The weather was, the weather was interesting because at the time, I believe it was on Thursday, that we sort of set up. Um, it was extremely cold, and a lot of us were irritable as a result. We're kind of sitting out there in the cold, and it might not. I mean, it doesn't seem like an issue, but once you're out there for a while, like for an hour or longer or so, it sort of starts to grind on you, and it starts to aggravate you, and so we kind of had some conflicts, sort of. I guess you could say. Um, because I guess I'll be honest, we had some trouble with the pens, and with kind of, the size of our group. We were really short-handed in terms of numbers to go out and get surveys, because that's kind of how we did it. I didn't explain this part, but we basically just kind of stopped them and asked them if they could do a little survey for us, and that's how we kind of got most of our data. So that being explained, we're kind of going out there running, trying to find people, chasing them down, stuff like that, and coupled with the weather, it really put some of us in a bad mood, and it kind of made doing the project a little harder. Now, the last part I want to go over is the demographics. Now, we kind of chose the school as the site of our experiment, and that was good because we got a lot of sort of that they've. The only problem is maybe is what was the kind of the diversity of our results. For example, as I stated before, in our results there was a majority of our participants were women, um, and there was kind of a lack of data for men. So maybe kind of wish maybe things could have evened out. Maybe to get a fair assessment, see how obedience to authority individually affects each member of the sexes, and sort of just how maybe if we had asked maybe one more questions on the questionnaire, maybe we could have people gotten in different religious groups or such. Maybe just add, kind of spice up the data, a little bit. Overall, I think the data was good. I just think maybe if we had enough, we had given enough time to actually finding maybe a parking lot in a mall someplace, or a public place where a lot of people go, maybe we could have gotten more varied data that would have made the experiment more interesting, more more varied in our data. So anyway, okay. Well, that's pretty much it. I do want to talk a little bit about some of the experiences. Now, for experiences, like I said before, there was different range of emotions across all three methods. Now, for that, I mean, we had people who got mad at us, got frustrated. People who gave us looks. We had people who apologized. We had a whole range of emotions. It's one of the great things about I really liked about this project. We had so many great reactions. and it really just interested me on how, you know, how, especially when we did the third part and we did the vest, how subservient people were, how, willing and even intimidated they were by some of the when we were out there, you know, when they didn't park. On the opposite side, the people that we kind of saw, which I'm gonna have a video pulled up. But unfortunately, I can't show it with the way I'm presenting. But the way certain people kind of just we had one guy just kind of back into the cone and he knocked it over, and you had people who just kind of just didn't care and just drove on in, whether it was in casual or it was in just cone. So you also have people who just did their own thing. It's just very exciting. It was a very exciting experience. I'm glad I had it, and I I just like how the day was kind of varied. Maybe I just wish maybe we could just get in a more public place with more results and a bigger pool, of course, because 39 heap was kind of small, but it is what it is. Okay, well, this is it. Hope you enjoyed.